Chronology of Chudasama dynasty. The early history of Chudasama dynasty of Saurashtra, now in Gujarat, India, is almost lost. The bardic legends differs very much in names, order, and numbers, so they are not considered reliable. Mandalika Kavya, a Sanskrit poem by Gangadhara. Some of their inscriptions gives their early genealogy, but they too differ in order of succession. Ranchhodji Diwan, A.K. Forbes, James Burgess, and Gaurishankar Oza had tried to fix genealogy and chronology based on the dates of the inscriptions assigned to Chudasama kings and other literary sources. The genealogy and chronology of latter half of the dynasty can be established fairly. Still, it is certain that they ruled from about Vikram Samvat vs 900 to vs 1527 c. 875 c. to 1472 c. Chronology and genealogy. Based on inscriptions, there is no inscription of the period before the king Mandalika I available. Still, it is certain that they had established their rule in the Saurashtra region before the Chalukya king Mularaja came to power in Anahelabada, because literary sources tell about battles between Chudasama kings and Chala. Danjusar inscription vs 1445 says that the founder of the dynasty was Chudachandra. A Vanthali inscription tells about Mandalika. This Mandalika king must be another Mandalika king mentioned in latter half genealogy. As Vrindavala is known to live in vs 1288, he must be assigned the same date. As Vanthali inscription date vs 1346, it must have been under the Jagatsimha's family till then. It seems that a later Chudasama king Mandalika regained Vanthali when Chalukya rule weakened. So the later genealogy starts from him in later inscriptions. The Chudasamas continued to rule till vs 1527-1472 c, when they were defeated by Gujarat Sultan Mahmud Begada. As inscriptions says about their resistance to Gujarat sultans, it can be said that they were the most powerful dynasty in Saurashtra region at that time. Early attempts. Ranchhodji Amarji 1825. Ranchhodji Amarji Diwan, or Prime Minister of Junagadh state, wrote Tariq-i-Sorath in Persian in 1825. Ranchhodji wrote that Chudasamas belonged to Chandravanshi Rajput, and they are descendants of Shri Sadashiv, and said to have come from Sindh. He wrote that the regular succession of 9 men named Navgin, 10 named Jakra, 11 named Alansing, and other individuals with various names have ruled. He had written following chronology in Tariq-i-Sorath. After defeat by Mahmud Begada, the sons of Mandalika was given Jagier of Junagadh and made Jagirdar, but the powers were exercised by Thanadar, appointed by Ahmedabad kings and later by governors. James Burgess 1876-1882. James W. Watson 1884 and Harold Wilberforce Bell 1916. James W. Watson, in Gazetteer of the Bombay Presidency, Kathiawar Volume Roman 8, 1884, had given the chronology of Chudasama kings. The early kings in chronology were based on the bardic legends, and latter chronology was based on the inscriptions. Harold Wilberforce Bell wrote the history of Kathiawar from the earliest times in 1916. He expanded on the chronology of Watson. In corroboration to inscriptions, the kings starting Mandalika were correct in chronology, but dates of accession varies from later chronologies. He presented following chronology: references